What's good, y'all? It's Sean Peter Blumph guy. Hey! And we are back again with another reaction video. And today we are reacting to another video from Threevil. And today's video is titled Blackbeard is the Moon God with a human devil fruit. All right, man. So, some stuff to talk about. But before we, talk about the video, right? Before we get into the video, first, let me start off and say make sure you hit that like button. It helps the channel and all that. So make sure you hit that like button. Also, if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. And follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And if you're looking for a One Piece community to be part of, we have the One Piece Discord, and all of these things will be in the description box below, as well as the link to the video we are discussing today. But yeah, okay. So, hold on real quick. Oh, damn cord, man. All right, okay. So, Blackbeard having the Moon God Devil Fruit, the pretty much the Hito no Mi model Moon God, I guess it'll be. Now, I mean, we don't really have a name of any more like deities, like One Piece deities such as Nika, the Sun God. So we don't know about the Moon God yet. If that is a thing for sure. I kind of think the existence of a moon god would make sense, since we know there's the existence of a sun god. Maybe the moon god would be like the adversary of the sun god. So maybe Nika had an adversary back in the day, or a rival. Because when you look at the series of One Piece, it's like you have a character like Luffy, and then you have his adversary, his natural enemy, more so. And that is maybe not natural, but his enemy, the anti-Luffy Blackbeard. That's who I kind of consider Luffy's, I don't want to say biggest enemy, because again, we don't know who's the main adversary of Luffy, if it's going to be Blackbeard or if it's going to be Eam. And then back in the day, we thought maybe Akainu. Maybe Akainu was the strongest bad guy of the Marines, the strongest hero of the world government. That's what we thought. But with the revelation of the existence of Eam, that kind of creates new expectations for some, right? Like maybe he is the final villain. Maybe it's not Akainu or Blackbeard, right? Maybe it's Eam, So personally, I would think whoever is the moon god, because I think Eam could be a candidate as well. Maybe him being a moon god makes him immortal. It's a lot of theories out there, or a lot of speculation that Eam is indeed immortal. And it would kind of make sense that maybe he has been around since the Void Century, right? Yeah, but yeah, okay, so Blackbeard having the Moon God Devil Fruit. Now, the question is, does he already have it? Does he have it already? Or is he going to acquire it, right? Is he going to acquire it? Why do I ask that, right? Like, I think there's three scenarios. If Blackbeard, let's say in the series, he has a moon god ability. I think there's three scenarios in Blackbeard's case, right? I think that scenario A, right? Blackbeard has had a devil fruit before the Yami no Mi, right? Like maybe Blackbeard had a devil fruit that allowed him to pretty much have two extra devil fruits. Like some people say the Kraken. You know, like Threevil himself. That's one of Threevil's speculations that he is a Kraken, right? So if he has a Kraken devil fruit that he just hasn't revealed to anybody yet, maybe he's trying to keep a secret for some reason. I don't know. You know, I feel as though if he did, we probably would have seen it by now, because he'd been in some situations where he should have used it, right? Like where it was like he could have got defeated, but he was just too stubborn to use this secret devil fruit. If let's say he does have a third devil fruit beside the Yami Yami and the Gora Gora, right? Maybe he has a third one that he had before those two. But why would we not have seen it? You know, I think there was situations in Blackbeard's case where he was pretty much pushed to have to use an ace in the hole of that level, right? Like his secret technique. You know, like you could say maybe he used it against Ace, right? We didn't see the whole fight with him against Ace. Maybe Ace pushed him far enough to have to use it. You know, we seen him go against Whitebeard, him and his crew, and Whitebeard was still, you know, or no. I'm thinking Sengoku, and Sengoku was kind of fighting the Blackbeard pirates. They pretty much was shooting Whitebeard. I don't remember Whitebeard had any offense against Teach and his crew. I do remember a part where he kind of had Teach shook though. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was when he gave his speech. You know, but you know that'd be one way. He already has another devil fruit that we don't know about, right? And it can still be that route, right? Because when you think of it, maybe that devil fruit's ability, maybe it only had one ability, and that was to allow you to use to have two more devil fruits, right? So, you know, maybe that was the thought of that devil fruit. Maybe that's what they believe. That's what he believed, right? Maybe its real purpose was a moon god, you know, maybe kind of like we thought the Gummo Gummo no Mi was pretty much what the devil fruit was, until we start getting speculation that no, it's not really the Gummo Gummo no Mi. That's just, you know, that's just one of the properties of Nika, you know, the being the devil fruit comes from, I guess, or originated from, right? So, okay, other options, you know, other for Blackbeard. Maybe he is after a third devil fruit, right? Like we seen Blackbeard after he pretty much stopped Gecko Moria, you know, when Gecko Moria showed up, and he was like, okay, he was like, okay, it's time to move and get the prize. He said something along that line, right? Maybe the prize is the moon god devil fruit. Maybe he finally found where it is, and maybe his ability to consume 3 devil fruits has more to do with his unique body, and maybe it's not the ability of a devil fruit, right? So, you know, that's two routes. Maybe that's what he's going for. You know, maybe he's going to go find the moon god devil fruit. Here's the third route, you know. If let's say Blackbeard is indeed this moon god and it's devil fruit related, right? Maybe it has something to do with the Yami Yami no Mi. Because when we think about it, he really wanted that Yami Yami no Mi. And yes, I get when you look at what it can do, I get why it would be a valuable devil fruit. But from what we've seen from it, you know, aside from, let's say, the nullification ability for him to be able to touch somebody and nullify their ability, it's not really that great of an ability. I'm not saying it's not a good ability. I'm not saying that. But it's not like pretty much, but you know, incur the wrath of Whitebeard, right? At least as far as what we've seen from the Yami Yami no Mi. I'm not saying it's not an OP ability, but I'm just saying the amount of stuff Blackbeard had to get to go through in order to retrieve it, you know, to obtain it, I don't see its abilities like, you know, worth it. So I think maybe it could be something more to the Yami Yami no Mi that Blackbeard was determined to get it, right? Maybe kind of like the Gumu Gumu no Mi. The world government was determined to get it for 800 years. You know, like the world government was determined to get the Yami Yami, or not the Yami, the Gumu Gumu no Mi, aka the Hito Hito no Mi Nika type, right? So maybe Blackbeard wanted it so bad because he knew the secret behind the Yami Yami no Mi. Maybe it was like the Gumu Gumu no Mi, except for the moon god. Maybe its secret identity is the moon god. We got Threevil in the chat. Shout out to Threevil. He says, "Hey, big homie, I'm about to record something, but I hope you enjoy the theory and have a good stream till I'm back." Hey, man, shout out to Threevil. Yeah, man, bro. Like, I'm really interested in where you're gonna go with this. I'm curious if you're gonna go to the Yami Yami. You know, like I was just talking to 3 routes that this can go. So, I'm curious. So, but yeah, so maybe it's maybe it's just a secret of the Yami Yami no Mi. Maybe it's really like what Threevil said. You know, the Gumu Gumu no Mi is the Hito Hito no Mi Nika type. You know, maybe Blackbeard has the Yami, or not the Yami Yami no Mi, because again that would make it his own, right? Maybe he has the Hito Hito no Mi moon god type, right? Maybe that's really what the Yami Yami is. So maybe because when we think about it, right? When we actually think about it, the Yami Yami no Mi doesn't really work like a Logia. You know, it doesn't work like a Logia. Like all the Logias that we've seen, you have intangibility. You know, and when you look at darkness, I don't really know if I consider it an element. I mean, I guess it could be considered an element. I know, like when you play like RPGs, or like when you have elemental classes in certain games and cards and stuff like Pokemon, darkness is kind of an element. It's treated as an element, but when you think about it, darkness is really just the absence of light, So maybe the darkness ability is a byproduct of the Yami Yami no Mi's true form, the moon god form. Because when you think, because there's the dark side of the moon, right? Now I know I'm kind of stretching with this. But just hear me out, right? Moon, like sun gives off light. It doesn't really have a shadow or nothing. It casts shadows. Like if the sun rays was beaming over a building, that the area where the light doesn't touch is darkness, right? So when you look at the moon, there is a dark side to it. They call it the dark side of the moon. It was a Transformer movie, right? And so maybe the darkness ability is kind of attributed to the dark side of the moon, right? So, but that's just me spitballing. Let's get into this video today from Threevil. The title of this video is Blackbeard is the moon god with a human devil fruit. And the link to the video will be in the description box below. So y'all make sure y'all go show your boy Threevil some love, man. Man. I'm curious. I'm wondering what Threevil's working on right now. He said he's about to record, so I wonder what kind of theory he's working on, right? I wish he stayed long enough for me to ask him that, but I know he got work. I know he got to get to that grind. So let's get into this video. I'm psyched to see where he gonna go with this theory.
But did you know they have two models of the same fruit? Luffy and Blackbeard are two sides of the same coin, but did you know they have two models of the same fruit? We already know that Luffy's devil fruit's true name is Sun God Nika, but Blackbeard's Yami Yami no Mi is actually the Hito Hito no Mi model Erebus. Throughout history, there's always been deities for—
I mean, when you, hold on, I know I'm kind of early or late, but when you look at the actual Yami Yami no Mi, it doesn't look that different from the Gummo Gummo no Mi, right? From what we seen of the Gummo Gummo no Mi. Let me look up the Gummo Gummo no Mi real quick. Gummo no Mi. Yeah, like that. They're both purple, except on the top, the leaf part kind of looks like a pineapple, right? Kind of like the green that comes out of the pineapple, right? The plant part, or the leaf part. And the Gummo Gummo no Mi has more of a stem, but they're both purple. The Yami Yami kind of sticks out. It kind of pokes out like spikes, where the Gummo Gummo look like it's a little more, the texture is a little more smooth, and there's like nothing poking out. Like if you kind of look at the bottom left of this Yami Yami no Mi, we got this little spike looking part, and even the above it, right? You got like the spike that's kind of pointing up on the little swirl above the bottom left swirl, and even the one to the right, like all of them kind of poke out at, on the swirl. As far as the Gummo Gummo no Mi, it's just swirls, right? It's just swirls, and there's no pokey outness, if that makes sense, y'all. But but they're both purple. They look similar. So I mean, could there be some relation? Yeah,
Yami Yami no Mi is actually the Hito Hito no Mi model Erebus. Throughout history, there's always been deities for the day and night, or good and evil. For example, sun god Ra is known for being the sun and bringing a new dawn. Greek god Nike was known for victory and peaceful competition. So sun god Ra plus Greek god Nike creates sun god Nika in one piece. But that's just one side of the coin, because they have dark counterparts, being moon god Horus and Greek god Erebus. By the end of this video, you are going to be completely f***ing mind blown when you hear the truth behind Blackbeard. So what or who exactly is this moon god Horus? Well, to answer that, you need to know a little bit about Egyptian mythology. Basically, there's two eyes that represent various aspects of life, one being the Eye of Ra and the other being the Eye of Horus. Now, the Eye of Ra relates to the sun and is known for being evil and destructive, whereas the Eye of Horus relates to the moon and is known as being a good protector. When it comes to Oda, he uses real life inspiration all the time, but he doesn't always clone it or make it one-to-one. One example is Oda being inspired by the legend of Icarus. So in Greek mythology, there was a craftsman named Daedalus who had a son named Icarus, and Icarus died by flying too close to the sun. Oda was inspired by the story of Icarus, but he decided to add his own spin to it. So he created a fishman character named Icarus who had a friend named Daedalus, and Daedalus died by flying too close to the sun. So it's clear that Oda gets inspiration from real life, but he still adds his own spin to it. Moving back to the Eye of Ra and the—
Yeah, man, like about what he said though about the name of it, the Hito Hito no Mi type Anubis, I think that's what it was. Something like that. I don't know, I don't think Oda's going to use that name. He's going, I think Oda's going to be Oda. He's going to take that inspiration. Like I agree that the inspiration might be Anubis, right? But as far as the name of it, Oda's probably gonna create a original character, but the origin of that character will be related to Anubis or Horus or whichever one, right? But yeah, let's continue.
Eye of Horus, I believe Oda is adding his own twist on this, because instead of having Nika and Luffy follow the evil and destructive personality of the Eye of Ra, they take on the protective and good personality of the Eye of Horus. And instead of having Blackbeard take on the personality of the Eye of Horus, he takes on the evil and destructive personality of the Eye of Ra. What's interesting is the endless symbolism and metaphors Oda uses in One Piece, because he designed this story to have good coexist with evil and have order coexist with chaos. Like, you need yin in order to appreciate yang, and you need yang in order to appreciate yin. Narratively, Luffy needs someone like Blackbeard, and Blackbeard needs someone like Luffy, further emphasizing how they are both an eye to the bigger picture. Recently, we learned that Luffy is equivalent to the sun god Nika, and throughout the entire story, Blackbeard's painted as a complete antithesis to Luffy. So it's an easy deduction to say that if Luffy is the sun god, then Blackbeard must be the moon god. Another crazy theme.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that though. But that, to me, my question would be, where does that leave Eam, right? This mystery leader of the world government. Cause when we look at it, right, when we actually break it down, Blackbeard and Luffy are they're enemies, they're rivals. Blackbeard's kind of like the anti-Luffy, but they're kind of more along the same side, versus, let's say, Eam, because when you look at pirates, pirates now, they all work for themselves, they're all selfish, they're out for self or whatever. So they're not always they're not allies just for the sake of being pirates. I get that. But the world government actively tries to put an end to pirates in general. So the world government is actively trying to stop Blackbeard and Luffy, right? They're actively going against them two, simply because they're pirates, right? So when you look at Eam is he's kind of just like the super enemy, right? Because Luffy and Blackbeard kind of have similar ideals, So in some ways they're alike, and they share similar interests. So in some ways they could be friends if you want to really get into it. But Eam, on the other hand, Eam's ideology is completely different, right? It's completely different. He wants any pirate to be stopped. Probably. We don't really know Eam's full motivations and full dreams or anything, but he's on the side that wants to put an end to pirates and piracy and people like Luffy, people like Blackbeard, so, where does that leave Eam in this equation? That would be the question. Would Eam be, because you could probably even say Eam could be the moon god, right? And he might be immortal, so he might be closer to a god or a deity than, most other people. Or even like Blackbeard. Well, Luffy now. Luffy is kind of close to the sun god because he got the devil fruit. But yeah. But let's continue.
In One Piece is this whole fetish Oda has with eyes. There's eyes with rings, everyone has a damaged left eye, and even a missing eye on Jaya. I feel like this is another subtle hint behind the symbolism of eyes in One Piece, because you do need two eyes to create the bigger picture. Jaya isn't complete with a missing eye, just like how the Eye of Ra isn't complete without the Eye of Horus. Luffy and his good nature isn't complete without Blackbeard and his bad nature. This is further emphasized by the fact that the Shandorians on the Sky Islands literally worship the sun god. There must have been a moon god that was defeated by sun god Nika, and they are coming back for revenge. And if you think about it, the moon plays a big role in One Piece. You have Professor Clover, who knew of the importance of moons in the One Piece world. You have NL, who was obsessed and even went to the moon. And you even have Minks, who power up at the sight of a full moon. It just might be that the D initial in One Piece can stand for dawn or dusk, and it all depends on your perspective. Because Luffy is one side who wishes to bring the dawn, and Blackbeard is the other side who wishes to engulf the world in the dusk.
And we definitely got a lot of other symbolism in the moon, especially in Wano, right? We got the saying Toki used to talk about, like the dusk before the dawn or whatever. The something about something before dawn or whatever, And then we got the Kosuke clan and their allies wearing the moon crest and all those things, and all the daimyo except for like the Kazuma clan, all of them had their names being related to the moon.
Could the overall theme of One Piece be about changing the world or leaving it to rot? What is the message that Oda's trying to give the reader? Now that we understand that Luffy is the Eye of Ra and Blackbeard is the Eye of Horus, let's talk about the Greek gods in this equation. I strongly believe that Greek god Nike was the inspiration for sun god Nika, and a god that's related to Greek god Nike is Erebus. But before we jump into that, huge shout out to a friend of mine on Discord named Phoenix, who made an entire infographic about how Blackbeard could be Erebus. I've been seeing this idea jump around a lot since the release of chapter 1044, but Phoenix was definitely the first person I saw bringing it up, so shout out to them. But moving back to the theory, Erebus in Greek mythology is a personification of darkness.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm not sitting here saying I thought of the theory first, because I'm pretty sure I haven't. But I think when I was reading the chapter on Sunday, when I did the reaction stream on Sunday, and I was reading the chapter, and I think after that chapter, it kind of just hit me. I'm thinking we just pretty much got the confirmation, and we got the confirmation of the existence. Well, let me take that back, because we got we got stories in the legend of Nika, sun god Nika, back in the Who's Who and Jinbei fight. So this isn't the first time, but we see Luffy, right? Luffy is pretty much, he has the sun god Nika devil fruit. That's what we got the confirmation of, a sun god Nika devil fruit. And so with that confirmation of a sun god devil fruit, pretty much, just kind of oversimplifying it, that just made me think, on Sunday, it made me think, could there be a moon god devil fruit? Right? And to me, now I didn't come up with no grand theory or nothing. It's kind of wild that evil, it's kind of wild that Three Evil kind of just created a theory, right? I was just thinking about it. I was just kind of going in my head. I was like, hey, this existence of the moon god, and then he pops up and tell me, yeah, man, I got this moon god theory. Or no, he pop up in the chat yesterday, I think, told me about the moon god theory. I'm like, man, I was just thinking about that, man. I was just thinking about a moon god theory. But let's continue.
And one of the primordial deities. The Yami Yami no Mi, Blackbeard, and Erebus are all the embodiment of darkness, which is a calculated theme Oda has been shoving in our face. Erebus having the power of deep darkness and shadow is a direct parallel to Blackbeard's place in the Whitebeard pirate crew. Metaphorically, he hid in the shadows of the famous Whitebeard pirates for many years in hopes he'd find the one devil fruit that matches his personality. Because don't forget, throughout the entire story, we see characters possessing devil fruits that go hand in hand with their personality. This becomes more obvious when you consider all of his attacks completely engulf enemies, objects, and powers as a whole. They even identify Erebus as one of the first 5 beings in existence, which could translate to the One Piece world by having the Erebus devil fruit be one of the first devil fruits ever made. Now, upon further research, it turns out that these primordial deities are already in One Piece. For an example, Uranus. Now, we're told that the ancient kingdom birthed 3 weapons of mass destruction, and one of them goes by the name of Uranus. So if something like Uranus is already in the story of One Piece, who's to say that something so closely tied into it isn't in the story as well? If you're enjoying this theory so far, hit the like.
Yeah, that kind of made me think though, right? Because we do get the ancient weapons, and they're based off of deities, right? We're kind of witnessing Luffy is kind of because of his devil fruit, he is a deity. Also, it's like that with Sengoku. He's a Buddha deity. So could the ancient weapons be people, right? And this is something I know we talked about a few times, but we know Uranus, or not Uranus. We know Poseidon, the god of the sea. He could command the sea, command all the life in the oceans or whatever, right? We know that's an actual person, right? Shirahoshi is indeed Poseidon, So, now the one wrench in the idea is Pluton, right? Pluton being a ship. Ever since Enies Lobby, you know, or no, not even Enislab. You could probably say Alabasta. Alabasta. It's pretty much been hyped up to be a ship, but maybe it's not, right? Maybe it's actual person who may be able to command a ship, you know, because that's what I think it could be. Maybe kind of like how Poseidon commands Sea Kings. Maybe there's a person who commands a ship that can destroy an island. Now, one speculation that I think, right? Because when we look at people who command things, right? We look at Poseidon or Shirahoshi. She could command sea creatures, sea kings, and then Momonosuke can command a life-size country, a living country in Zunisha. Now, Zunisha can also be looked at as a ship, right? Like she travels the oceans and she harbors people, right? The minks live on Zunisha. She travels the seas or the oceans or whatever. You know, kind of like it's a ship. You know, like how many countries move, you know? So it's kind of like, yes, it's a country, but it's more of it's kind of like a ship because if you could command it and tell Zunisha to go where you need to go, you could ride Zunisha like if it was a ship, right? So, you know, but we pretty much were always told that it's an actual ship, right? Like a ship made of inanimate material, you know. So, but yeah, and Uranus we don't really know much about. You know, that could be a person or a thing. We don't know, you know. But let's continue.
Like button. Now there's actually more shocking details about Erebus too, like the fact that Erebus has a sister named Nyx and they are the god of night. Now this is once again lining up with One Piece and Blackbeard because it's evident that Luffy will bring the dawn of the world, whereas Blackbeard wants to put the world in complete darkness. And if you remember earlier how we said that the Eye of Horus represents the moon, this would line up with Blackbeard and Nyx as well, because in One Piece magazine volume 8, Oda drew Ace looking shocked at the sisters of Blackbeard, which to me is pretty crazy because in the canon One Piece manga, we have not seen Blackbeard have any siblings, or at least as of yet. So this might be a scrapped idea for Blackbeard, or Oda decided to add the characteristics of these sisters to Blackbeard himself. So one of those sisters could be the Greek god Nyx that we mentioned earlier, who is the personification of night. Now another crazy thing about Erebus is depending on your source, Erebus had a son named Hypnos, who is the personification of sleep. If you remember back to Shanks and Buggy's childhood when they met Blackbeard, they talked about how Blackbeard never sleeps. So if Oda wanted to use that aspect of Hypnos with Blackbeard, this would make sense as he's related to Erebus. Now just for a quick
hey, so you know what that means? Maybe Django. Y'all remember Django back from the Syrup Village? That the arc where we get Usopp, right? Usopp's home village, and we had the one guy kind of like Michael. He kind of not really. He kind of like Michael Jackson or what's the name? Steven Tyler or whatever his name from Aerosmith. Kind of look like a cross between them two. And he could put people to sleep, right? Django, by like hypnosis. So what if I'm just playing. I was gonna say, what if Django is Blackbeard's sibling? Kind of like he's saying hypnosis, I guess Erebus's sibling. We got Sozo in the chat. He said, nice theory. Yeah, man. Shout out to Threevil, right? This is an interesting theory. It's actually an idea I kind of was thinking about on Sunday. I'm not saying I created the idea. That's not what I'm saying. You know, obviously Threevil, I think he released this yesterday, so this must have been something he'd been working on probably since either Sunday or Saturday. I don't know, probably even before, right? But it's kind of it's something that I was thinking about on Sunday, and I brought up, you know, this idea of a moon god, right?
Quick recap, Sun God Ra plus Greek God Nike is Sun God Nika in One Piece, and Moon God Horus plus Greek God Erebus would be Moon God Erebus in One Piece. You guys probably know how I made a video on why Luffy is based on Hanuman, but that doesn't mean Oda can't be inspired from many different things, because just like Luffy's fist, Oda does not discriminate. Now, I want to actually dive deeper on the whole Sun God, Moon God concept in One Piece, because it does have a lot of implications. At one point, it did cross my mind that Emu could be the Greek moon god Selene, but seeing as there's way more darkness and night connections to Blackbeard, I opted to take the Blackbeard route instead. One thing I do want to point out about this whole
Yeah, I was kind of going to go like, I think Eam is just as much of a candidate as well to be like moon god, right? And I kind of think of like, if you ever read the cover story of Enel, like if you ever read Enel's cover story, like just you could go search it. I don't remember the exact chapters they were, so you have to like One Piece Wiki it or whatever. And there was a part where Enel was on the moon, you know, kind of exploring, and then some space pirates show up, right? These space pirates, I kind of remember one of them looking like a dog, like a hound or something, right? But he was tall and kind of slender at that. And I'm thinking like, what if Enel is actually not a space pirate, but maybe he comes from the same planet, or maybe he's from the same race as these space pirates. Like we only see a silhouette of Eam, and he seems like a tall, slender man. And then these space pirates were also pretty tall and slender, even though we got more of a view of what they actually look like though. So, and I'm thinking like, you know, these guys were also on the moon, you know, pretty much causing trouble. So Eam, you know, could be from the moon, or, you know, maybe has some type of relation with the moon or whatever. And, you know, that doesn't mean he has like a moon devil fruit or the moon god devil fruit, but maybe that he could actually be the moon god, right? Maybe not even a devil fruit. He could actually be the moon god, kind of like sun god Nika, but he actually stayed alive, right? Maybe he killed sun god Nika and then stopped Joy Boy, you know? So yeah, so it could be something along the line as every sun god, like let's say Joy Boy is sun god Nika, right? Like sun god or Joy Boy inherits sun god Nika's will, right? Blackbeard also inherits that will. Luffy also inherits that will. So I would say, so pretty much I would say Joy Boy is a predecessor of Nika, right? As far as the inherited situation. And Eam could have probably been alive since Nika. Maybe they're siblings. I don't know, right? And maybe Eam defeated Nika and then eventually lived long enough and probably stopped Joy Boy, you know. And, you know, like maybe Eam been around since Nika and pretty much was the one to pretty much finish off Nika, you know. And maybe, you know, maybe he was the moon god. You know, he's always been the moon god. And Luffy is the one who has to defeat, Luffy as the sun god has to defeat the moon god. And that could possibly be Eam. But I think Blackbeard, again, I think Blackbeard is just as much a candidate as well. I definitely agree with Threevil, because I think maybe Blackbeard's Yami Yami no Mi might be similar to the Gummo Gummo no Mi, you know. And maybe Blackbeard knew that though. That's why he specifically was searching for the Yami Yami no Mi of all devil fruits, because there's plenty of OP devil fruits, but and I get the Yami Yami no Mi is OP as well, but like honestly, I feel as though from what we've seen from it, I don't think it's that much more like hexed than or more OP than a lot of other OP devil fruits we've seen. It's about the same as far as the level of OPness. So I just need to see something that differentiates it from other than the nullification, because that is definitely very useful, right? Being able to stop other people's devil fruits. But I need to see something where that really justify why Blackbeard had to pretty much betray Whitebeard and be willing to incur Whitebeard's wrath in order to get this devil fruit. Like, and of course, Blackbeard's just not a nice person, right? He's just not a good person. So betrayal, it was probably going to happen eventually. You know, when he felt like he was ready and had everything he needed, it was probably going to happen eventually. You know, I could see that he probably might have always wanted that Goro Goro no Mi as well. You know, but he knew he just wasn't strong enough to take it from Whitebeard. So he needed a devil fruit to... Now that could be the reason. Maybe he just needed the Yami Yami no Mi just to be able to pretty much defeat Whitebeard and get him out of the way. Because Whitebeard was like one person who, you know, he knew he couldn't mess with. You know, he probably knew he couldn't mess with Kaido either, but, you know, Whitebeard was kind of directly in front of him, you know.
Sun versus Moon thing is we've already seen the precursor in One Piece, which was Ace versus Blackbeard. Now, me and many other people believe that Ace was supposed to be Joy Boy, but it didn't work out, so he was basically a failed Joy Boy. In that battle between Blackbeard and Ace, Blackbeard drops tons of hints to his true nature. For an example, Blackbeard already understands the concept of sun versus darkness, as he said only one will win. Ace having the Mera Mera no Mi and having sun named attacks isn't enough, because it would take the real sun god Nika, aka Luffy, to defeat the moon god aka Darkness, Blackbeard. Now I actually want to dive deeper on the Yami Yami no Mi because it's definitely not what it seems. For example, you could easily mix this up with the Gomu Gomu no Mi, seeing how they look so similar.
Yeah.
So it's possible that Blackbeard or Shanks fought over these fruits and they were confused as to which one is which, but we won't go deeper into that because that's a whole separate theory and discussion. But I do want to point out that since they...
Bro, I kind of like that idea. I really kind of like that idea. Because we know that they met, right? Like, they fought. Shanks and Blackbeard fought. We don't know why, though. Why were they fighting? Like, you know, when was this fight and why? You know, was Blackbeard after that Marine ship as well? Because he thought that they had the Yami Yami no Mi and Shanks was trying to get it before him? Like... Is that where they fought when they were both trying to get the Gomu Gomu no Mi? Did maybe Shanks think he was trying to get the Yami Yami no Mi, or did he know it was the Gomu Gomu no Mi and he was trying to? He knew what it did. He knew the secrets behind it. You know, like that's what like the, or maybe Shanks thought it was the Yami Yami no Mi as well, right? And Blackbeard thought it was the Yami Yami no Mi. Maybe they went to try to get it at the same time. They fought. Blackbeard, Shanks won, but Blackbeard maybe scarred Shanks, as well as he was able to be the one to take the Gomu Gomu no Mi or the Hito Hito no Mi motto Nika. Like Shanks was the one that walked away from it, right? So that makes interesting. That's real interesting because when you look at both devil fruits, they look just alike, right? We know that Blackbeard wanted the Yami Yami no Mi, and we know that Shanks stole the Gomu Gomu no Mi from the world government. Two fruits that look similar, like look just alike. And then we also know that Shanks and Blackbeard fought each other because Blackbeard injured Shanks or scarred Shanks, right? He scarred Shanks. So why was they fighting, right? If they was fighting for a devil fruit, that might make sense. Like like they both thought they were fighting for the Yami Yami no Mi, or maybe Shanks was Shanks knew it was the Gumu Gumu or the Hito Hito no Mi Nika version, and Blackbeard thought it was the Yami Yami no Mi. So, they fought, right? Or maybe Shanks thought it was the Yami Yami no Mi and Blackbeard thought it was the Yami. Or maybe, what if Blackbeard thought it was the Gumu Gumu no Mi, right? Like, what if that? But I think he was after the Yami Yami specifically. I don't think he was after the Gumu Gumu. DCXL Gaming says, I'm telling you guys, there's a reason why they are similar. Yeah, man. I mean, I never really I never really actually compared them to like this is the first time I really seen how similar they are, because I never really actually when I seen the Yami Yami no Mi, I never really was even thinking of the Gumu Gumu at the time to really say, oh man, that looks like the Gumu Gumu no Mi, right? But they are very similar. Sozo said, I think Blackbeard Yami Yami no Mi is a mythical zone, devil fruit, model triple goddess Hecate. She is the goddess of dark and night and moon as well. That's a pretty interesting theory, honestly. I actually, like I said earlier in the stream, it could be a mythical zone as well, right? Because I said it doesn't really have the same properties of a Logia, and we've seen how some devil fruits could have principles of other devil fruits, of other category devil fruits, right? Other type devil fruit types. Like we seen Katakuri, right? His devil fruit is a Permesia. But it can almost work in a Logia type way, to a degree. Same with Treble, right? When, but except Treble kind of explained why he was seemingly intangible. He wasn't intangible, but he seemed intangible. And a lot of it is how his devil fruit works, to where it doesn't make him intangible, but it makes him be able to avoid, or no, it wasn't that. It's because he's so skinny. I think that's what it is. He's so skinny. He's so skinny that when you try to stab him, or when I forgot who was fighting him, they thought they stabbed him, but it just seems like it went through his body. But it was because he was skinny, like a skinny old man. But the goddess of dark, night, and moon. That's a pretty interesting one. Check out my Blackbeard theory later. Oh, you got a Blackbeard theory too? Like I tell you guys, man, if y'all want me to if y'all got something y'all want me to react to, I mean, if it's a video, like I don't know if you do YouTube videos, but if it's a video you want me to react to something, send it to me, shoot it to me in the Discord, or you could just send it to me in the Discord and I'll check it out. If it's not a video, you could still send it, But but regardless, just send it in the Discord. The Discord is in the description box if you don't know. But yeah, man, they look so similar, so maybe they are similar in many ways. Let's continue.
The Yami looks so similar to the Gomu, and the Gomu is the sun god, then I suppose it does make sense that Yami would be the moon god. Yo, I'll be real, if Oda planned this from the very beginning, I'm just completely mind blown. Like, this guy is a god tier writer. Another interesting fact is that it's stated that the Yami Yami no Mi is unique for a Logia type and is said to be the most evil fruit. I definitely believe that Oda is sneaking this one right by us, because we learned in chapter 1044 that Zoan fruits have a will of their own. So if the Yami Yami no Mi was actually a form of the Hito Hito fruit, it would make the fruit a Zoan type, and since Zoan types have a will of their own, it explains why the fruit is so evil. And as far as being called unique, I find it interesting because it definitely has weird properties, kind of like how Luffy's fruit does. The Yami Yami no Mi doesn't seem to be a Logia fruit, and it acts more like a Zoan, which ties in with the possibility of it being the Hito Hito no Mi model Erebus. Another sick concept that crossed my mind is the whole theory that Blackbeard will have 3 devil fruits, one of each type. Now if we look at Luffy's fruit, you can argue that it's both a zoan and paramecia. But if we look at Blackbeard and say that he has the Erebus fruit, then maybe it's just like Luffy and it's dual typed, being zoan and Logia. With Blackbeard also having the Gura Gura no Mi, which is a paramecia type, this would mean that Blackbeard technically already has 3 devil fruit types. Now I know it would be cooler if he had a 3rd devil fruit and it was a zoan, but I'm just kind of basing this theory off what we know, the evidence, the indications, all that. Regardless, the sun god is going to eventually have a huge battle against the moon god. I believe the light will overpower the darkness this time, but just like Egyptian mythology goes, you need the Eye of Ra and the Eye of Horus together. Is it possible that we'll see the combination of the sun and moon taking down an evil spirit like Emu? If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. I have a video to my side talking about why the Monkey D family is based on Hanuman and Hanuman's family. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Peace.
Yeah, I'll let him finish promoting his other video. Make sure you give your boy a like. Man, I'm 920 right there. So yeah, there we go. That's the theory right there. But as far as what I think, right? What I think, I like it. I like it. It's a thought that it's a theory that crossed my mind with, like, on Sunday, like reading the chapter, and we get that bubble where it says the Nika devil fruit, and so we get the reveal that it is the sun god Nika devil fruit, right? It's Nika devil fruit. Hito no Mi Nika model, right? So I'm thinking, like, okay, we know Nika is the sun god. So this is pretty much the sun god devil fruit. Would that mean that there is a moon god devil fruit? I think that's a very fair assumption, or a very fair belief to have. Let me change the camera. I think that's a very fair speculation to have. If there's an existence of a sun god devil fruit, why couldn't or wouldn't there be an existence of a moon god devil fruit? Now we don't really know a character. Like we learned about the Nika, this arc. So it's possible in, like, maybe the arc that where we get the laugh tale, and maybe that arc where Luffy and the Straw Hats pretty much are going to find the One Piece, like that specific arc. And let's say we get Teach, Teach is there as well, because we know he might be looking for the One Piece as well. So maybe during that arc we get kind of the revelation of a moon god individual, right? The name, right? The name of a moon god. Now I don't know, let's just give him the name Erebus or Arubis, right? Kind of like where he was with Threevil pretty much speculated, So this person, we get that, and then we get the reveal that Blackbeard has this devil fruit. So yeah, I think that's possible. So we get a foreshadowing of the moon god, and then we get the moon god devil fruit reveal, which is pretty much what I said. But my one thing, here's kind of my gripe, not my gripe, but my reservations about this theory. We know Blackbeard has 2 OP devil fruits, right? The Yami Yami is pretty OP by itself. Like, I know I was saying, like, I don't see why, like, I need to see some justifications of why. I'm not saying the Yami Yami isn't powerful. I'm just saying I don't see it like any more OP than some of the other OP devil fruits that we've seen. It's not that, I haven't seen anything that special from it to justify, Blackbeard's need to have it. Now, it could be certain abilities that, will help him achieve certain things, or the need to finish Whitebeard, right? The need to, like, it's the devil fruit that will help him beat Whitebeard and knock Whitebeard off, right? But I think it could be something along the line. Maybe he knew it's secret. Maybe if, let's say, the Yami Yami no Mi is the moon god devil fruit, maybe he knew that. Maybe he knew that. Right? Maybe he knew that. But it's like, man, just seeing how we get the awakened Gumu Gumu no Mi or Hito Hito no Mi Nika type, like, I think that might make Blackbeard ridiculously powerful. Scary powerful. Like, just kind of seeing what Luffy has done since awakening his devil fruit, the Nika version. Blackbeard awakening his devil fruit, the Erebus version, as well as having the Goro Goro no Mi, as well as possibly having another devil fruit. That might make Blackbeard a little too OP. Like, just imagine him doing stuff Luffy is doing on top of having the Goro Goro no Mi. That'd be a little too scary. That'd be a little too scary. That'd be hard to write a defeat as such. But now with Eam, right? Let's say Eam, and that's Eam's devil fruit, only devil fruit. That might make Eam super OP as well, but maybe not as OP as a Blackbeard with the Moon God and the Goro Goro no Mi and possibly another devil fruit. Come on now. That might be a little too ridiculous right there. But yeah, okay. So we got that out the way. I kind of wanted to check out another video of a subscriber. So yeah, let me go back to the hold on. Let me I want to check this video out from subscriber Desnes. He dropped something about the chapter. It's pretty short, so I figured, hey. And I got time, because I was about to wrap it up, but I'm like, why don't we just find Desnes? Where is Desnes? Give me a second, guys. Bam. So yeah, I'm gonna also have to put this video in the chat or in the description box. So
hello, fellow pirates.
So yeah, I'm gonna have to put this in description box so you guys could go show Desnes some love. But Desnes is a big supporter of the channel, so let's definitely check it out. I was hoping he'd be in the chat today, but I haven't seen him, man. I kind of wanted to do this with him in the chat, but I kind of wanted to do this with because the last video we watched was shorts, and this video is much shorter. All right, so this video is pretty much a reaction or like a reaction to highlights of the chapter from Desnes The Dwarf. That's the name of his channel, Desnes The Dwarf. So yeah, man, he supports the channel, so y'all make sure y'all go support your boy, man. Let's go check this video out though.
My name is Desnes, and this is our first chapter reaction video. This will be a kind of highlight video where you only see the highlights of the reaction. Since the last chapter 1043, I really want to record this stuff for the future. Yeah, just the good takes from it, just maximum 5 minutes, the best part of it. Many people hyped me up without saying anything, so let's head right in. What's happening? How can I still stand? Oh my god, is this Luffy? Oh my god, I just lost, but I feel like I'm having a blast. Is that Sir Strawhead? They're crying. Okay, this is the chapter, I guess. No matter the era, the world government has always failed to acquire the Gamu Gamu fruit, even after 800 years of trying. Ooh. All stolen fruits have a will of their own. and this one carries the name of a god. It's a Sohan. After all, the Gamu Gamu fruit is really a mythical Sohan. Oh my god! It's a human.
Yeah, but yeah, man, this chapter was wild, man. It was it really kind of give you a lot of. So I could relate to how you feel, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys who was sitting here reading the chapter could relate to it. Let's continue.
Fruit, oh my god. Model Nika. Oh my god. And he's looking exactly like with flaming hair and the same posture. It uses body gains the properties of rubber. It's rubber after all. They're supposedly only limited by their imagination. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Putting smiles on faces far and wide, they are the embodiment of the warrior of liberation, the most ridiculous power in the world. This is just the cherry on the top of the cake. After the last chapter, oh my god, I'm so glad I'm reacting to this. My heartbeat sounds funny. This is my peak. This is Gear 5th. Oh my god. He grabs Kaido. His eyes fall out. Oh, yoink. He's grabbing him and pulling him up. She. Oh my god.
Man, Desnes just gave me an idea, man. He just kind of gave me an idea of maybe what I can do for my chapter discussions, right? Cause I want to put like the like I want to be able to put the scan like the stuff the panels, but I don't want no copyright stuff, copyright strikes from Shueisha or something trying to get me for putting the panels on. So I'm trying to find ways around it. So I might do it to where it's like I'll put the chapters there, but they're like heavily blurred or something. Like that's what I might have to do. I think that might work, right? That might work, something like that. Just blurring out the chapter. So, but it definitely helped you guys to be able to kind of stick with me, because I want to blur it, but blur it enough to where you could kind of tell where I'm at, but blur it to where it's like, just not in your face. Here's the chapter. So I don't know. We had to see I had to see how I could get that. Let's continue.
Oh my god, that's so wild. And his eyes can't keep up with the speed. What's the thing with the eyes out? He's holding the ground to reflect it. Oh my god. And he laughs. Oh my god, his laugh. Oh my god, this is awesome. Gear 5. Oh my god. Don't sweat it. Now, let's finish this. And he has swirly eyebrows. Oh my god.
This boy Desnes about to have a brain aneurysm for all the excitement. Hey man, I was there too, Desnes. I was there too.
What a great chapter. And I like this design of Luffy. And it's just pure fun. It's
it was fun.
In your face. If you see this in the anime, I think you can't make anything else than just laugh at this. Everything that he does is goofy. He laughs all the time, so it will be a really funny fighting style, I guess. It's like really cartoon powers. You can imagine anything, so you can pull up things and do stuff that's only doable in these cartoons like Tom and Jerry and stuff. And I love this. It's a fighting style that makes the whole fighting funny. And that's the best case, I think. What an awesome chapter. What a perfect chapter to begin with this reaction highlights. This is more than awesome. This is once in a lifetime experience. Now is the time to convince all your friends to read One Piece before they got spoiled on anything. We see us in the next video with a subscriber special, I guess. And yeah, thanks for watching and let's set sail. I'm
gonna tell all my friends to read One Piece like from chapter 1. Like none, I'm telling just so they're not spoiled on the last chapter. You know, I'm gonna tell them to read from the beginning in the next week, so they could read the chapter before the next chapter. So I'm gonna have to call people up today and tell them, hey, you need to start reading this chapter. You need to start reading this manga like ASAP, so you will catch up before the next chapter come out and you ain't spoiled. But yeah, y'all. Yeah, it's been, just chill day. Not too long of a stream today, guys. Hey, it was good. I really enjoyed the theory from Evil. It was nice. It was also nice seeing Desnes react to the last chapter and give, share his reactions with us, right? It was pretty cool. I think he does TikTok as well, so that's probably where he put most of his stuff. But yeah, shout out to Desnes, man. I would say I would like to hear like Desnes, I guess, go more into depth with his thoughts on the chapter. He kind of said, spoke a little bit about the chapter at the end, but I wanted to know what, some of his thoughts are on it, even though he kind of shares them on the stream, but I mean his thoughts in his video, right? I think that would be a good touch, maybe, but I think he's trying to keep it short, right? He's trying to keep it a short video, so I guess you start talking about the chapter that could go on for like another 5 minutes. That ended up being like a minimal of 10-minute video. Soon as you start talking about your what you thought of the chapter and all that stuff. So but yeah. Anyway, tomorrow, guys, I won't be streaming. I'm gonna take a break. But we will be back Thursday. So guys, make sure y'all send me stuff to react to. Also, make sure you like the stream. And subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that bell for notifications. Follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. And if you're looking for a One Piece community to be a part of, or you want to send me stuff, we got the Discord. The Discord is going to be the best place to send me stuff. Send me videos, send me theories. Now, if you send me videos to react to, I'll probably more likely react to those. Now, if you just want me to check out one of your theory, I don't know if I'll. If you want me to check out a theory you have, I don't know if I'm gonna do a whole stream about it. Like maybe if I don't if this like maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. Probably not though. I don't want to promise y'all. I don't want to promise y'all that. So if y'all send me a theory just to read, y'all can do that. I'll check it out. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it's a long theory, then I might do a stream to it, because then that give me, cause sometimes short theories, it's like I don't want to do a whole theory to something that might take me like 5 minutes to read. So it's like that's But if y'all want me to check out y'all theory, Discord is probably going to be the best place. The Facebook group as well. That's going to be a great place to share theories and have the community react to them. And all of those will be linked in the description box, as well as the Threevil video we reacted to. And I'm going to put this Desnes video in there as well. It's not there right now, but it will be after the stream. Anyway, shout out to Threevil. Shout out to Sozo, and shout out to DCXL Gaming. It's kind of a small stream today, small chat today, but I appreciate it nonetheless. Anyway, y'all, it's your boy Sean P. Sorry, y'all. That was weak right there. I can't go out like that. Anyway, y'all, it's your boy Sean P. the Bluff God, and I'm out of here. Y'all have a good evening. And y'all have a good Wednesday as well. I won't see y'all tomorrow. Y'all have a good Wednesday. And see you guys Thursday. You know, I hope to see you guys Thursday. Also, in the comments, let me know what you thought of the whole idea of Blackbeard being the moon god. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. And yeah, anyway, y'all have a good evening. I'm out of here. Peace.